Okay, so I got this comment. Oh, no way you're gonna be able to see that. And I'm on hold with a phone company right now, so if you hear that, then I might want to turn that down actually. I got this comment that said on my video, on how to walk past someone, they were like, "Thank you so much. Is there a chance you can make a video on how to walk through doors when there are other people trying to get through?" Okay, I'm gonna turn this down. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so this, they said, I'm permanently confused if I should let people go through first or how long I should hold the door for someone or even if I should at all. Okay, so I've been thinking about this one and I decided to give a little presentation, I guess, or a little, whatever, demonstration on what you should do. Now, this is a tough one because there's a lot of different situations that could happen, but I'm going to try and do my best. And if there's any other situations that I didn't cover in this, then let me know. So they're saying if I should, okay, obviously, yes. Will they answer the last part of your question? If I should hold the door for people or how long I should hold the door for someone? Okay, yeah, how long you should hold it, that's a tough one. But I'm gonna give you the basics right here. I'm gonna give you the basics. Obviously, you should hold the door for someone because it's polite. But yeah, you don't want to be waiting there for 5 years and all that. So I actually forgot that part of the question, so I might have to think about that a little bit more and come back to it. But I'm gonna give you the basics right here. So this is your door, and this is you, and this is some person, right? So you're both approaching a door. So there's a couple situations, obviously. So either you're closer to the door or they're closer to the door. So if we start with you're closer to the door and someone's walking, obviously you're going to open the door for them like so, or if it's a push, like so, and let them go through, and then you're on your way. Now, if the person is before you, then, maybe slow down a little bit, or if, it doesn't really matter. They're going to do what they do. Either if they hold the door for you, that's great, or if they just go, then that's good, that's fine. There's nothing really wrong with that. If they do some awkward thing and well, okay, so this is how you avoid the awkward thing. Like, okay, so you're like, okay, those are pretty easy, but what if we're both approaching at the same exact time? Then what? Well, okay, you have to do the best you can. The best situation is if it's a clear door or like if you can see the other person coming, and if you see that they're like a fast walker or a slow walker, you can, oh my god, my battery's about to die. Okay, well, so if you're coming at the same time, what I do is I slow down because I don't want to speed up and them speed up because then you run the risk of that. But what I do is I slow down a little bit. So then I give it to them to make the move because that's, just polite, I guess. And then they'll make the move. If they're like slow and you think you can beat them, or if they're like slowing down, then if you want to like take the alpha move or whatever, then you can sort of speed up and grab that door, or grab that door. I guess if it's a push, then you probably want to slow down. See, there's so many different situations that this is kind of a stressful question. And then obviously, if they're coming from the same direction as you, obviously hold the door, or push the door open for them. That one's easy. But your other question, which is a good question, how long should I hold the door? Because what if they're really far away? Like, what if they're like 5 miles away and you're holding the door because you want to be polite, but then they're like an old granny and they're like, Basically, what you want to do in that situation is, let me get back to you on that. Okay, so for the situation where you're holding the door and you're not sure how long to hold it, I've got some solutions for you. So basically, what you want to follow with that is basically the eye contact rule, or the scene rule, or whatever. Basically, if you're seen by this person coming from a long distance, you're gonna want to hold the door, because the worst thing that can happen to you in this instance is the other person seeing you not holding the door for them and going on, and then they'll see you as not polite, and they'll be like, oh, they didn't want to hold the door for me. But if you are 100% sure that this person coming from a long distance is not going to see you or has not made eye contact with you, then you're free to go ahead, and that they won't know anything has happened, and you'll be free to go. But if they see you, and they're like, but sometimes if they'll see you and they're really far away, then they'll give you like go on without me, and then you'll be free to go. But if you see them and you gotta hold that door, even if they're the old grandma, whatever, and I mean, you'll feel good about it too. You'll know that you made the right decision. Now, if they're coming from the other way, a long way, the good thing about that is that there's not a lot of situations where you will have to make a sort of decision where it's like, oh, I don't know if they're going to be able to see me, because you have that vision barrier of the door. So once you go through that door, you'll probably see them, and they'll be close enough that it won't really matter, unless, they could be really far away. They could be really far away, and you open that door, and maybe they don't see you, but that's a low chance. But same thing, same rule. If you're 100% sure that they do not see you, they do not even know that you're there, you're free to, if you want to take that risk, you can take that risk. And I understand that, sometimes it's not that big of a risk, I understand those situations. Now, the other thing that I thought of that I don't know if you're asking about, but it is a good thing to know, is that the dreaded, let's say, the crowded door open, if you're holding the door, and you were nice, and you followed the steps, and there's like a group of people, but then, you're still holding the door, and people keep going through. People keep going through. And you're like, how long am I supposed to keep holding this door? Now, what you do in this situation is either you can hope for a good Samaritan to be like, okay, I'm holding it now, and they can pretty much pass the baton of the door holding. Or if this doesn't happen, and it's possible that this does not happen, and people just keep taking advantage of you, because that's just how our world operates. What you can do is, okay, so this is plan B, basically. Plan B is to don't let it go on like an old grandma. Let it go on like a big burly guy that is going to be able to get that door, or like a dad energy kind of guy who will want to hold the door, not like a woman or a child, or but what if it's all children? Well, okay, here's plan C. So plan C is the slow release. It's kind of hard because these guys are so small, but basically you're just going to want to, as slow, as you feel comfortable, slowly let that door go, like you're, caressing it, and like you're saying your last goodbye, and then someone will get that door. That's a plan C, but it does happen. That situation does happen, and that's pretty much what's going to happen there. Okay, so that's pretty much all I could think of the situations. I hope that this this video is helpful to you, opening doors. I forget who even left that comment. Let me see. No Telsa 5972, thank you for that comment, and I hope that this is helpful to you, and I hope that you are going to be able to walk through doors, and now you know. If in doubt, slow down.